My name is Natalie, and for 6 years, my reflection was a stranger. I saw only the ghost he made me believe I was. Tonight, I'm wearing red. Not for him, but for the woman I buried to survive. And he's about to learn that the ghost he created is now his reckoning. My name is Natalie, and this is where my life ended the first time. You're different, Nat, Ethan said, his fingers tracing my jaw. So pure. Everyone else just wants something. It was our third date. I was 19, and he was 26, a man with a real job and a car that smelled like leather. He made me feel chosen. Tell me about your friends, he'd say, listening intently. Then, a week later, Chloe seems dramatic. Always in some crisis, right? I'd shrug. I guess. And your sister, always checking on you. Like you can't handle yourself. He'd pull me close. I just want to protect you from users. You see the best in people. It's beautiful, but it's dangerous. He made it sound like love. Protection. The shifts were tiny, almost invisible. I bought a new dress, something bright and yellow. He said, looking me over. Isn't that a bit childish for dinner with my colleagues? My face burned. You think? I'm just being honest, babe. For your own good. Wear the black one. You look sophisticated in black. I wore the black one. Then it was my job at the cafe. You're smarter than serving lattes, he said, stirring his coffee. But that graphic design dream, it's a tough field. Unstable. I'm thinking long term, for us. The Russ always disarmed me. The big moment came 6 months in. I got the letter. My hands shook holding it. Ethan. I got it. The scholarship to the Ridgewood program. Silence. He took the letter, his eyes scanning it. His smile didn't reach his eyes. Ridgewood? That's 3 hours away. I know. It's an incredible opportunity. It's a shark tank, Natalie. He tossed the letter on the table. They'll eat you alive out there. You're not ready for that cutthroat environment. The excitement drained from me, replaced by a cold trickle of doubt. But, it's my dream. Dreams change. He cupped my face, his thumb wiping a tear I hadn't felt fall. Stay with me. Here. We'll build something real. You can do online classes later, when you're stronger. I looked from his earnest face to the letter, the official seal suddenly looking cheap. You really think I'd fail? I think the world is cruel, and I don't want it to break you. He kissed my forehead. Let it go. For us. I let it go. I called the school the next day, my voice a hollow echo. I declined the offer. That night, Ethan was sweet. My smart girl, he said, making dinner. Making the practical choice. That's maturity. But in the bathroom later, staring into the mirror, I didn't see maturity. I saw a stranger. A quieter, smaller version of the girl who'd gotten that letter. I practiced a smile. It looked like a plea. Life became a script. I'd jump at the sound of his key in the door, scrambling to make sure everything was perfect, the lights dimmed, his dinner warm, me in the right outfit. How was your day? I'd ask, my voice soft. Long. You wouldn't understand the pressure. He'd sigh. Is that what you're wearing? A constant polish on the image he demanded. A ghost haunting his apartment, jumping at shadows, especially the one I cast. Where did I go? The Natalie who laughed so hard she snorted. The one who picked the yellow dress. The one who believed in her own dreams enough to mail the application. She was just gone. All that was left was this reflection. This ghost he said he loved. And I was starting to hate her. It was a Tuesday. I made the lasagna, his favorite, because he'd been quiet all week. The silent treatment was always worse than the criticism. He sat down, took one bite, and pushed the plate away. It clattered against the table. Too salty. You never listen, Natalie. I said light on the salt. I stared at the plate. I'd followed the recipe exactly. I always did. Something inside me, the last little spark, the one he hadn't found yet, just went out. Not with a bang, but a whisper. Okay, I said. My voice was flat. Empty. He blinked. Okay. That's it. You ruin dinner and just say okay? Yes. I stood, picked up his plate, and scraped the food into the trash. I'm not hungry either. I went to bed early, lying stiff beside him as he slept. His breathing was even. Content. The thought was a clear, cold instruction: look. I slipped out of bed. His phone was on the nightstand, charging. I knew the password. His birthday. He'd told me, saying, I have nothing to hide from you. I took it into the bathroom, locked the door, and sat on the cold tiles. I went straight to his messages with his brother, Liam. The most recent was from that afternoon. Liam, how's the project going? Ethan, which one? Work or the home renovation? Liam, the Natalie project. LOL. My blood went still. I scrolled up. Ethan, she's so pathetic. Made some fancy dinner tonight, trying to cheer me up. Like a trained puppy. Liam, you've got her well trained. Ethan, had her give up some art school thing, no problem. She has no backbone. Just wants to be told what to do. I scrolled faster, my heart a hammer against my ribs. Ethan, it's not even about her. It's about the control. It's fun. You should try it. Find a quiet one and shape her. Liam, you're a psycho. But hey, if it works. Ethan, it works. She believes every word. Love is just the best leverage. The world tilted. The floor wasn't solid anymore. My pain, my lost scholarship, my dead dreams, it was his entertainment. A fun project. My love was his game, and I was the laughingstock. A terrifying calm washed over me. My hands didn't shake. I took pictures. Screen after screen, capturing every cruel word. I sent them to my own email. I deleted the sent messages. I placed the phone back on the charger. I lay back down beside him, watching the ceiling until sunrise. The next morning, he kissed my cheek. You okay? You're quiet. Tired, I said, giving him the ghost smile. He left for work. The moment his car turned the corner, I called Maya. I hadn't answered her calls in months. It rang once. Natalie. Her voice, just her voice, broke the dam. A raw, scraping sound crawled out of my throat. I need help. I was gasping. His fun. What? Natalie, what did he do? Where are you? His fun, I sobbed, the word ugly and broken. It was all a game. His fun. I'm coming. Give me the address. Right now. An hour later, I was on her sofa, wrapped in a blanket, shivering. I handed her my phone, the photos pulled up. She read them. Her face paled, then hardened into something fierce. She put the phone down and pulled me into a hug so tight it hurt. Oh, my girl. My brave girl. I cried until I was hollow. Then, from the hollow space, a new feeling rose. It wasn't sadness. It wasn't even hurt. It was cold. Sharp. Focused. I looked at my phone, at the evidence glowing on the screen. Rage. I met him in the hotel lobby. The red dress felt like armor. He stared. His practiced smile froze, then cracked. What is this? He hissed, grabbing my arm. I said the black one. I gently pulled my arm free. I wanted to wear red. Do I not look presentable? My voice was sweet, innocent. He clenched his jaw, scanning the bustling lobby. He couldn't make a scene. You'll regret this, he whispered. I doubt it. All night, I was a revelation. I let go of his arm the moment we entered the ballroom. Ah, Ethan. And this must be Natalie. His boss, Mr. Higgins, a man with kind eyes, shook my hand. A pleasure, I said, my grip firm. Ethan's told me so much about the team's innovative work. Has he? And what do you do, Natalie? I'm a graphic designer. I'm actually fascinated by your company's recent rebrand. That campaign for the new sustainability line was beautifully integrated. Mr. Higgins's eyebrows rose. You have a keen eye. Most people just see the logo. I talked about design trends, about a gallery showing I'd seen online. I was vibrant. Charming. I saw the confusion, then the dawning respect, in the eyes of his colleagues. Ethan hovered, silent, simmering. Every laugh from his boss at my joke was a needle in his skin. Finally, Mr. Higgins turned to him, clapping him on the shoulder. "Ethan, you've been hiding this remarkable partner of yours. A true asset." The room seemed to quiet around us. This was it. I smiled, my voice clear and carrying. "Thank you, Mr. Higgins. Ethan certainly has a talent for shaping people." Ethan's eyes locked on mine, warning me. I continued, my tone light, almost pitying. "In fact, he convinced me to give up a full scholarship to the Ridgewood design program. He found my ambition a bit unattractive. Thought the world would eat me alive." I made air quotes, a sad little smile on my lips. The air left the circle. Mr. Higgins's smile vanished. Ethan went bone white. "Natalie, that's not." "Oh, it was for my own good, of course," I said, nodding as if remembering. "Part of his project. He and his brother Liam thought it was quite fun. The control, I mean." The word fun landed like a poison dart. I saw it hit Mr. Higgins. Saw the disgust replace his kindness. "What are you talking about?" Ethan's voice was a strangled whisper. I finally looked directly at him, at this small, crumbling man in his expensive suit. I didn't raise my voice. I let the silence amplify every word. "The ghost you created is leaving, Ethan. She's tired of haunting your pathetic existence." I turned back to his stunned boss. "It was lovely to meet you, Mr. Higgins. I hope your team finds someone whose values better match your culture." I didn't run. I walked, the red dresser banner through the crowded room, out the grand doors. A taxi idled at the curb. Maya was inside. I slid in, and she squeezed my hand, wordless. Weeks later, I'm in my own tiny apartment. Boxes are everywhere. My laptop is open to my new full-time design jobs portal. My phone buzzes. A text from Chloe. "Chloe, heard from Sarah in accounting. Ethan got passed over for the senior manager role. Higgins called him a cultural misfit." Gossip is everywhere. I don't reply. I just look at the text, then at the room around me. My room. My mess. My life. I walk to the mirror, the one I bought at a thrift store. I look into my own eyes. I see her. Not a ghost. Not a project. Natalie. My revenge wasn't an explosion. It was a choice. I chose to live. Loudly. Unapologetically. In red. And in doing that, I took back every single piece of me he tried to bury.